Okay, you guys, we're gonna make a handle for our cup. This isn't quite finished, I still have to clean it up. But what we're gonna do is we're going to take a coil and you're gonna get your hands wet and you're gonna take a little chunk of clay and you're going to roll it into a coil. So here's a chunk of clay and you're gonna squeeze it so that it becomes like this so that you can roll it in your hands. And as you roll it in your hands and roll it in your hands, you can compress it and keep rolling it. This is a lot of clay, so I'm going to take it some away and then roll, 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 roll. And you can take your hands and pull it. But you have to do it evenly. You can even press it and then you can, oops, there goes my paintbrush. And then you're gonna roll, roll, roll. So then you want to take this and you're gonna roll the coil like this. Get your hands wet, roll the coil so that it becomes, you can stretch it a little bit as you can do it on this. If it does this thing where it wants to pull off, just get rid of that and then keep going, okay? Depending on how big your cup is, depends on how you want the scale of your coil to be. Now, round, cylindrical, perfectly cylindrical handles don't, it's hard to hold them. They slip in your hand. If you look at different mugs and cups and stuff, they're more flat. Since we don't have a slab roller, what you can do with your coil is you can take it and you can throw it down and it flattens it. And you can do that to the other side. And you can do it, turn it around and then keep flattening it out if you want it, depending on this side's thicker, this side's thinner. So what I'm going to do right now is just kind of pull it and stretch it on the sides. So I have this nice kind of slab-ish handle. Depending on how thick you want your handle, some people's mugs are a little bit thicker due to the fact that, they probably hardened up thicker. A little bit of water. Okay, this has a handle on it, but I'm going to put a second handle on it just to show you how to do this. Clean it up, make it look good, and then you're going to take, this is my cool plastic rib. You can take it and you can just cut off that end. And I'm going to score and slip it to the bottom and, back up. So you don't want to just bend this, you want to kind of condense it. So you're going to condense, so that it starts to make this kind of handle shape. So, and then you can clean it up if you want to let it, like something like that. If this is too thick and you don't like this, well, this would be the time to uncondense it by flattening back out and, doing something different, depending on what you want. I just want to stretch it a little bit more and wet it and make it look nice. Okay, so I want it to go right down here at the bottom, so I'm going to make some scratches here. This is going to be my handled cup. And that's where I'm going to slip. My brush fell, hold on. Here's my brush. Going to grab some slip here. Put it here. You can definitely let this set up a little bit more if you want. If you don't want it to get all like flimsy, you can leave it here for a little while to let it set up in the right position that you want. I'm going to do this. It seemed to work the other time. Put some slip on there. And I am going to just do the bottom first. So I'm taking it and I'm kind of like pushing that on there. and then I'm going to try and find the shape I want. So that doesn't sag. I have a piece of clay that seems to want to hold that up, and you can, you know, figure out how. I kind of want it to have a nice little kind of angle up like that. And so right here is where you're going to take something sharp, if you will, and just kind of, I'm eyeballing it, but if you need to mark it and cut it, that's fine too. And you want to just cut that, get rid of him, and then that goes there. And then what do you do then? You go, oh, I'm ready. I'm going to score this. Score, 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 score. Score this. And slip it. There's my brush. And then you're going to take your hand and then you're going to push that in. And then you're going to have a handle. Okay? So with that, you can let it sit. You can take your pencil or whatever tool you're using, and you want to just blend that on there so that it looks nice. You know, some people like their coffee mug things in the center of. You know, this is more like a little teacup kind of guy. I already have a handle on it. Now I got two, Crazy Town. But then you just want to blend it and make it look nice. Some people like to use their fingers. Some people like to use a pencil. Some people like to use their tool. But once you're done, you can always use your paintbrush and go around it and kind of clean it up, smooth it out, and get it so that it becomes a really integral part. And see, underneath you got to pick it up, and then down here you can see there's like a space right there. You're going to want to blend that to it, and then you can get it on there. And then you have a two-handled cup.